He was a murderer, a rebel, a man sentenced to die. But in the final moments, as blood stained the stones of Jerusalem, he walked free. And the man they chose to crucify in his place was the most innocent soul to ever walk the earth. This is the story of a man who never asked for mercy, but received it anyway. Barabbas, the man who got away. The rebel. Jerusalem, 33 AD. The city churned with unrest. Roman soldiers stalked the streets, watching every word, every glance. For years, they had crushed uprisings without mercy. But not everyone was silent. Hidden in the shadows, a resistance was forming. At its core, a man named Barabbas. He wasn't just a thief. He was a zealot, a revolutionary. He believed freedom would only come through blood. Some say he killed Roman soldiers. Others say he led raids on caravans and outposts. One thing is certain, he was dangerous. And Rome made an example of men like him. They captured him, tried him, and condemned him to die by crucifixion. The most brutal death imaginable. The other prisoner. But as Barabbas sat in the darkness of his prison cell, another man entered the story. Jesus of Nazareth. He didn't come with swords, but with parables, with healing, with love. He preached that the kingdom of God was near, that the first would be last, that enemies should be forgiven. To the oppressed, he was hope. To the authorities, he was a threat. And so, they conspired. They brought Jesus before the Roman governor, Pontius Pilate. Pilate found no fault in him. But fearing a riot, he made an offer. A Passover tradition allowed one prisoner to be set free. Pilate gave the crowd a choice: Jesus or Barabbas. The crowd's choice. Barabbas stood in the sunlight for the first time in days. Next to him, Jesus. Beaten, bloodied, silent. Pilate raised his voice above the crowd. Whom do you want me to release to you, Barabbas? Or Jesus, who is called the Christ? Give us Barabbas. Barabbas. The crowd raised their voices. Barabbas couldn't believe it. He was guilty. Everyone knew it. But Jesus? What had he done? Still, Pilate washed his hands. The order was given. The soldiers removed Barabbas' chains. And Jesus was sentenced to die. The escape. Barabbas didn't ask questions. He ran. Through the alleys, past the market, beyond the walls. But even as his body moved, his mind couldn't escape what he saw. Why had the people chosen him? Why had Jesus said nothing? He didn't look like a man defeated. He looked determined. The cross that wasn't his. Barabbas found a hiding spot outside the city walls. But something compelled him to stay. To watch. From a distance, he saw 3 crosses rise. And in the center, Jesus. The sky darkened. The earth trembled. Jesus cried out, "Father, forgive them. They don't know what they're doing." Barabbas turned away. That cross, that pain, that death, was meant for him. The aftermath. Barabbas wandered for days. He had been spared. But spared for what? He tried to return to his old life. But something had changed. He couldn't escape the image of Jesus on the cross. Not angry. Not afraid. Just full of mercy. Some believe Barabbas sought out the disciples. That he listened to their stories. That he heard about the empty tomb. That he wept when he learned the truth. Jesus had risen. And Barabbas? He had been the first to live because Jesus died. The man who got away. The Bible never tells us what happened to Barabbas. Maybe he vanished into the hills. Maybe he returned to his old ways. Or maybe he believed. Maybe the man who got away finally found the one who saved him. Barabbas was guilty. But he was free. Because someone else took his place. And in that way, we are all Barabbas. We are the ones who should have faced judgment. But Jesus took it instead. We didn't earn it. We don't deserve it. But it's ours, if we choose to receive it. In conclusion, the cross was meant for Barabbas. And still, Jesus carried it. He was pierced for our transgressions. He was crushed for our iniquities. The punishment that brought us peace was upon him. Isaiah 53:5. If you found this exploration insightful, subscribe to Untold Truth for more deep dives into the hidden stories shaping our world. Share your thoughts on Barabbas, the man who got away, in the comments below.